Hi guys, welcome to today's 3ds Max tutorial session. In today's session we are going to see about the studio lighting. Studio lighting is basically a concept used in the cine industry or in the product designing industry. So before getting into this lighting technique, we will see through some Google images to how to set this kind of scene. For studio lighting you need to have a plain background which doesn't have a sharp edge or a corner. Once these are done, you have to set up the lights, bank lights like this, in order to give the lighting without any shadows for the particular object kept over there. This is the same scenario we are going to make in 3ds Max. As you have done the modeling scenarios, you will be able to do this kind of simple scene easily. Once this is done, all you have to do is place your lights. If you look at the image over here, it shows you two lights facing in front and another light which should be at the top, which fills the area. When you look into 3ds Max, what happens here is you have to place the lights in your own desired location to get the perfect lighting. I have already set the lighting and the model and the cameras, everything perfectly fit. If you just render, it will be an easy job for you. But instead, I suggest you make your own scene. Delete these lights and you make your own scene. Some people might have a difficulty of knowing how this light is being tilted. It's very simple guys. Use the rotate option after making the light. Let me do a sample for you so that you'll have an idea how it is being done. Let's create a light. When I look at it from the top view, this one, all I have to do is pull it to the place where I want, use the rotation axis and rotate it. That is it. Very simple as that. Here we have three kinds of lighting. One, which I call it as the primary light, which is a cool light. The secondary light, which is a warm light. And at last, the tertiary light, which is the fill light. Now let me switch off the fill light and the secondary light. Let's have a look at the image, how it looks like. One side it started brightening and the shadow falls so perfect. The shadow is not a sharp shadow, it is a smudged shadow as in the realistic world. Now the settings for this lighting, you can have it over here. Let's switch on the second light, which I call it as the secondary light, in order to soften the shadows alone. As you can see, this place, it is fully of shadows. I'm going to just soften those shadows. The value is simple. And at last, what I'm going to do is switch on the fill light. Let's render it. Now that is the final image you get for the studio lighting. You can create any and n number of models, keep it in this position, and you can render it and you can get a perfect photorealistic image for a studio lighting. Just make sure that you mix these lights in a different proportion. Same amount of light from all the three sides will never give you the photorealistic effect. So that is it for today. I'll see you in next section with more interesting topics.